Next, we will have a dessert break with our resident origami ambassador, Linda Mihara of Paper Tree in San Francisco's Japantown, who will show us how to make a happi coat.
Hi, I'm Linda Mihara, and welcome to another edition of Origami Now, the column that I do for the Nichi Bei Weekly. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to do a really cute happi coat from a single sheet of paper, but we're actually going to use just half of a square. So go ahead, and if you have a sheet of origami paper, let's go ahead and fold it in half. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold mine in half into a rectangle, just like this, and then let's go ahead and cut it. I'm going to use a knife. It's a little bit easier to cut when you run this just along the table. Then you don't have any jagged edges like you do if you were to use scissors. Okay, so now we have this, and what we're going to do is let's turn it over to the color side face down, and let's fold up one edge just slightly, and I would say it's about maybe a 1/20th of the length of this paper. So just a little bit like this. This is going to create the band around the happi coat, like this. Let's go ahead and turn it. Actually, we're going to fold it in half lengthwise. So let's take this whole thing and fold it in half lengthwise because we need that as a guide. So let's go ahead and do that. Fold it in half like this and then unfold. So now that we have our guideline going down the middle of the model, take the edge that you folded for the band, and we're going to fold it up, and it's approximately 1/3 of the way up, and it looks like you've split, like this looks like it's in half, like these look proportionate. So when it looks like you've reached about the halfway point here, that's about 1/3 of the way, and that's where we want to be. So this looks right, so we're going to go ahead and make that fold. And use your edges as your guide to make sure that you have a nice straight fold like this. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm going to rotate my model so that this is the way you would be looking at it. So hopefully you orient your model just like this. You have your center guideline. So what we're going to do is take this edge here, and we're going to fold it to meet the center line here. So we're just taking this edge and folding it to meet that center line, so it should look just like this. And the same for this other half here. Take this and fold it down to meet the center line. So it looks like that. You have the start of the collar of your happi coat right here. And so now what we want to do is we want to create a mountain fold that reaches up about the same distance width-wise of this side of your happi coat. So right about here. And a mountain fold means that you're going to take the paper and you're going to fold it like a mountain. So we're folding this away from the body of the model, like this. And this distance is approximately the width of the band here. So it looks just like this. And then we're making the crease. So again, you're taking this and you're folding it behind the mountain fold, allowing some distance up here that's equal to the width of this band here. So your model should look just like this. So now that we have that, we're going to take this edge and we're going to bring it to meet the edge of the collar right here. So we're taking all the layers and we're bringing it over to meet the edge of the happi coat collar. And we're making our crease just like this. And the same for the other side. So let's take this edge and we're going to fold it up to meet the edge of the collar on this side. And again, use your top and bottom edges to make sure that you're nice and square, like I have it right here. The next step is to reach underneath this flap. You'll see that there's a little pocket here. So if you take your finger and run it all the way in till it pops open here at the bottom, or on the top rather, from your perspective, and we're just taking this flap and we're squashing it in place so it should look just like a triangle. And this fold line should meet this edge of the model here. So it'll look just like this. And the same for the other side. So reach inside here, all the way to the end till it pops open, and then we're squashing this in place into a triangle. So now your model should look just like this. Nice and symmetrical. Let's turn the model over to the other side. And we're going to take this top edge and fold it down, and it'll end approximately right where these points are, right here. It'll only go down so far, so that you want to bring it down as far as it'll go, which is like that, and make your crease. Now you're done folding, so you turn it over and there is your Happi coat that you can use to either make like a gift enclosure card or put it on top of a card and actually make a card. You can make it into a pin, but this is a great thing to do for, I guess, the festival time. So enjoy, and thank you for joining me for this Happi coat lesson.